Hi everyone, finally I managed to get a hands on another of these GSM alarm systems. Recently my friend wanted to put alarm in his shed and I got this for him, and before I was going to install it I've decided to make a video and go through the basic setup and basic operation of this alarm. It's a standard kit that comes with a panel, manual, one motion sensors, two remotes, siren and one door contact. The door contact came in without battery, so I don't have the battery. I have to get the battery, but I will test alarm with hardwire contacts. This panel, I come across few of them. So it takes seven wired zones on the back. Then there is a siren input, and also you can put a speaker unit. There's also SIM card slot that was going to put the SIM card in, which we're going to do now. The SIM card goes that way. So I'm going to put SIM card in before initialization. So also, as I said, we're going to use a hardwire contact that we're going to put into the zone 1, which is located here. Okay, as you can see, that's zone 1, which is going to be hardwired zone. And also is going to connect a siren. Okay, so now everything is connected. All we're going to do, switch on a battery switch. Okay, and put a mains power supply, which is going here. Okay, now so as you can see, there is GSM signal, straight signal, which means that it's accepted the SIM card. Let's go through the settings, and I'm going to try to explain as much as I can what this alarm can do. I'm not going to go through every single one, but the majority, the main settings that are essential and what they mean, I can quickly explain. So first of all, to enter programming settings, there is a default code to go into the programming settings, which is default one is 4/8, which is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Please enter instruction.
And it's asking us to enter first instruction. So first of all, we're going to add the remotes. To add the remote is we're using command 20. The position of the remote is 1 and hash.
Control coding.
And after that, we just press any button.
Please enter instruction.
So to program the second remote, we press command 20, number 2, hash,
control coding. Coding completed. Please enter
and the button.
instruction.
So those two remotes are being programmed now. Next, in the manual, you can delete those remotes if you need it. After that is going to be a coding of the different zones. All the wireless zones can be allocated to the position. They have to be allocated to the position. There is 93 wireless zones, and there's 6 wired zones. The wired zones on the back, they are came preset as zone 93 to 98, and from the zone 1 to 93 or 92, it's a wireless devices. It's a zones for wireless devices. Because we're using hardwire contact, we're not going to program this hardwire contact. It's already programmed. We do have to program a motion detector. So it's going to turn on, which is works fine. And we're going to allocate this motion detector as a zone 2. So in the menu, again we have to go back to the menu for 8.
Please enter instruction.
The command for add the device is number 23, and as I said, we're going to put this into the zone number 01, which is wireless zone 01 hash,
Detector coding.
and all you have to do
Coding completed. Please enter instruction.
is activate the remote. So that is programmed. There's also, you can obviously delete the zone if you need to delete the zone, then changing the password. There's the two passwords. One is password to program the panel, that needs to be changed obviously, and the second password is the password if you're going to use a keypad to set and unset zones. So I'm not going to go through the changing the password, that is the same, it's a command number 30 and you're just changing the password. Then after there's a time settings and clock settings. This alarm can be programmed to be armed at 6 o'clock in the evening and to be armed whole night till 9 o'clock in the morning without anybody pressing the buttons. So that's, I'm not going to go through that option. Alarm number settings. Okay, this alarm, it's a GSM alarm as I said, and it can take 5 numbers, 5 phone numbers to call. So when the alarm is activated, it will call 5 numbers, and it also has a 3 SMS numbers. So if the alarm is activating, there's SMS can go to the up to the 3 numbers. And programming as well, it's done very simple. In programming mode, which is 8888 hash.
Please enter
Instruction. The first number is going to program my number in position 51, and was going to put my number 6 and press yes.
Setting completed. Please enter instruction.
My number now is programmed into this alarm, so when it's activated it's going to ring me. I'm not going to go through the SMS messages, it's the same command, only it's called 57 to 59 instruction. Now we can delete those numbers if we need. Okay, here is the very important part, defense zone programming. So the zones, I was going to explain a little bit about the zones here. 93 wireless zones, you can program up to 93 devices into the panel, but these zones have to be allocated. You can you allocate it to do different things. So you can have these zones as a real-time zone. Then there's access zone, which has a 40 seconds delay. You can have this as a 24-hour defense zone, which is going to be active all 25 hours. And there's a bypass defense zones. There's also different types of alarm, like a SOS alarm, door alarm, balcony, fire alarm, hall, and so on, gas leak alarm, and so on. So for the majority of use, we're going to have this this panel program for the access and for the real-time zones. Basically, that you have a delay when you open the door, front door, you're going to have a delay for up to whatever seconds you need. Default is 40 seconds, but you can change that to 10 seconds or whatever. And it will be as a door alarm or boundary alarm, so window alarm, doesn't make any difference. So let's program our zone number 1, the hardwire zone, as a zone entry zone, which is going to be delay zone. So in this case, that's the zone, even though on the panel it's zone number 1, but within the alarm it's zone 93. So we're going into the programming mode.
Please enter instruction.
Zone 93. We're going to set that zone as a 40 seconds, which is command number 2, and then we allocate this as a door alarm, to the alarm type as a door alarm number 4, and siren is on number 1 and hash.
Please enter instruction.
So we program this hardwire contact as an entry zone. Now default entry zone is 40 seconds, so it's going to decrease that to 10 seconds, which is 45. So 45, 10 seconds, and hash.
Setting completed. Please enter
So basically we
instructions.
have 10 seconds to go in or get out. Okay. The motion sensor is going to leave that as 24 hours or boundary zone, and that's pretty much it. There's the rest of the system status. I'm not going to go through the rest of them. System status, it's everything in the manual. There's another few little GSM checking signal that you can make sure that you have a good signal strength where you're installing your panel, and basically the technical information on this panel. So now let's see how this is going to work. By pressing a lock button on the keypad,
System on.
as I said, the wired zone was programmed for the access, so if I trigger this zone, it should give us 10 seconds because I programmed for 10 seconds. Now 1, 2. So it's giving us 10 seconds to disarm. Okay? And now the alarm went off.
System disarmed.
Okay? So next test is going to trigger the motion detector. We're going to set the alarm, trigger motion detection, and let that ring into the system. So
System on.
now I triggered the detection. Now, so if you press 1, system armed. If you press 2,
System disarmed.
disarmed. If you press 3, you can monitor. Hello, hello, and then you can talk. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you can talk. There is a bit of a feedback, obviously. Also, what you can do, you can ring to the system and you can arm and disarm remotely. So if we ring back into the panel, okay, ring back now.
Please enter password.
So asking for the password, which is default 1, 2, 3, 4.
Press 1 to ask. Press 2 to disarm. Press 3 to monitor. Press 4 to intercom.
Okay.
System on.
So when you press 1 is arm, press 2,
System disarmed.
and 3 monitoring, and 4 you can talk. That's pretty much it. I think I cover basic of the system. I know it's only 2 devices, but it is straightforward. And if you have many more devices, all it is just follow the manual. Write down all the zones on all devices that you're programming, because you have to allocate them to the different positions, and you shouldn't have any hassle. Thank you for watching. I hope this was more useful and more detailed explanation